What's up, guys? So I want to talk about anxiety and weight gain today. Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment down there and let me know, is this something that you deal with? Now, guys, a few weeks ago I made a video about anxiety and weight loss. The reason I did that video first is because more people complain or report it's a little bit more common for people to lose weight with anxiety versus gain weight with anxiety, but there certainly is a significant amount of people out there that are going through this, so I definitely wanted to cover it. There are a few reasons you need to be aware of if this is happening to you, and hopefully I can give you a couple things to combat that. That's the goal, right? We want to get over this. If you are gaining weight or have gained a significant amount of weight from anxiety, that's not a great thing. It's not good for our self-confidence, our self-esteem, which is not going to help us think positive, which is a requirement for recovering anxiety disorders. You have to be positive. We got to change that negative mind, turn into a positive one. Also, it's not going to be good for you physically. Like, if your physical health is not going to be great and your mental health is not going to be great. You're not going to be sharp. You're not going to be alert. We are what we eat. So we need to make sure that we're doing all of the right things. A lot of these things can be fixed by just making better choices. So why is this happening, guys? There are a few reasons. I want to hopefully cover all of it. Hopefully I don't leave anything out. The first reason, guys, is whenever we have high levels of stress and anxiety, especially if you have anxiety attacks or panic attacks, health anxiety, things like that, we are going to be overstimulated a lot of the time. The more overstimulated you are, the longer that you're in that stress response, that fight or flight response, the more stimulated you're going to be, and the more fuel and energy you're going to need. Unfortunately, we turn to things like carbs and sugar to get that energy source because we know it's going to give us instant gratification. It's going to give us some instant fuel. But most of those things are super high in calories. They have a lot of terrible nutrients in them, things that we don't need, like high amounts of fat, high amounts of sodium, high amounts of cholesterol, high amounts of sugar. Those things are not great for anxiety. They're not great for you in general, but if you have anxiety, they're not going to help you at all. We are turning to the wrong foods to give us fuel, and often we are overshooting and overcompensating what we need, so we're going to be in a surplus. Even though we're super stimulated, we're not burning enough calories. Now, many people deal with this and they just lose a lot of weight, but there are some of us out there that turn to food to help us with our crisis. I was definitely one of those people. That brings me to my next thing. Anxiety cravings go up, like, tremendously. They shoot through the roof. For me, the biggest one in the beginning especially was alcohol. So I was consuming an extra 1,000 to over 2,000 calories a night drinking beer every single day. Many of you that drink either beer or cocktails, margaritas, mixed drinks, things like that, they're high in calories. Many of you don't realize how much is in each of these beverages. So that adds up. And they're empty calories. There's nothing good about them. Your body can't use them for anything good. So realize that's not going to help you at all. And I was using it as self-medication. So I developed a severe addiction, and it wasn't helping me at all. And in fact, it made my anxiety terrible the next morning, and it made my anxiety worse in the long run. So if you're doing that, please stop doing that. Taper off. If you feel like you can't, get some professional help. Please, you don't want to risk having a severe addiction, all the health problems that come with that. And your cravings for caffeine, tobacco, other substances are going to go up. But something that I really dealt with was binge eating. I ate so much food, especially at night whenever I was having my issues. I felt like it was the only thing that made me feel better. I would be in the fridge at 3 a.m., hovered around the deli meat part of my fridge, just sitting there just shoving the deli meat in my mouth and putting cheese in my mouth, eating pickles, then washing it down with soda. And I would do this all the time. I would have these crazy, insane sweet cravings, which I never had before anxiety. I never was a sweets guy. But I would eat Little Debbie snacks all night. I would binge eat candy. I'm talking about binge eat, like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I would do so many things like that. Think about how many calories you're putting into your body. So our cravings are going up. We have to realize that is happening. We need to replace those unhealthy things with healthy things. I know that's hard to do, but replacing it with fruit, if you are attached to sweets, that's one way that you can change it. We don't need to turn to the high caloric foods. Many of you are going to the fast food restaurants a lot more. Many of you are eating out a lot more, not realizing how unhealthy these foods are. So cravings are another reason that you could be dealing with weight gain. The next one, guys, is going to be due to inactivity. Whenever I had anxiety, I didn't want to exercise. First off, if you have health anxiety, many of you are afraid of exercise. That was this guy. I was afraid of exercise. I thought I was going to drop dead. Therefore, I didn't have the motivation to get out of the house. I didn't have the motivation to do anything anyways. Oftentimes, I would stay up in my room with the light off watching TV, and I would sleep in as much as I could because I wasn't sleeping at night because I was panicky unless I was drinking. So I had a lot of issues going on. This just really led to depression. My social anxiety went up because I didn't know how to even interact with people. So I was not getting out there and doing anything. When you're not being active, you're not burning very many calories. And if you're over consuming in other areas, that's going to lead to a surplus, which means you're going to gain weight. Remember, 3,500 calories is an extra pound. So if you're in a surplus of 3,500 calories a week, you're going to gain a pound a week. That's amazing. That's amazing. Really need to look into what you're eating. You need to be more active. Even doing chores around the house and getting your body moving is a step in the right direction. Start out walking, then start jogging, then start doing weight training, start doing sprints, and then start doing some of the more aggressive forms of exercise. Work your way up. Start small. That's exposure therapy. We're exposing ourselves to either the fear or the fear of dying while exercising, because that was something that I dealt with, or the fear of being judged, or the fear of failing. We need to expose ourselves to that, and the more we expose ourselves to it, the more comfortable we can get with that. Okay, so it's going to be great for you physically. It's going to be great for you mentally. It's going to give a lot of you with health anxiety some reassurance. So make sure that you are exercising a little bit each and every day. For some of you, that's going to be the simple answer as far as your weight gain. So if you're not doing that, try doing that. The next one, guys, some of you don't want to hear this, but there are some side effects of antidepressants, and one of them includes weight gain. So antidepressants like Lexapro, and what's the other one? Prozac. I know those two I hear about all the time. People gaining anywhere from 10 to 20 to 25, 30 pounds whenever they're taking that. Now, my goal is for most of you not to be on antidepressants your whole entire life. I know for a few of you that may not be the case. Maybe a few of you do actually need them. Maybe some of you need them to get the ball rolling. But the ending goal for most of you is to eventually be off of these, because I really don't think that your anxiety disorder is fully cured unless you are able to face life without these meds. So talk to your doctor, be working on your mind, be working on your body, be working on your root causes. All the tips that I give you in the descriptions of my videos and at the end of some of my videos, you need to be doing those every single day. And before you know it, things are going to start to get better. And once you're comfortable, either if it's possible to taper off, or if you need to stop altogether, you need to discuss that with your doctor. But the goal is to eventually not have to take those and to face this world with a new and healthy mind. So make sure that you're following all of my tips, guys. I'm going to put a couple videos at the end, including that weight loss video if you're dealing with that. I'm also going to put the video up that I did a couple weeks ago. It was the 7 best aerobic exercises for anxiety, so it'll give you somewhere to start with exercise. So check out that. Guys, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you can get updates when I put my videos out. Please like this video if you got value. Remember, all of my tips are down below in the description. Just click that little arrow and you can see that. There's resources down there, my social media, everything is down there. So please check out that description. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I hope this is beneficial to some of you that are dealing with weight gain. You are not alone. There's a significant amount of people out there dealing with the same thing that you are. And hopefully you can find somebody down there in the comment section that you can relate with and have a chat. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.